Fido.
I'm Chiaki Sabata.
Hey, Chiaki! Mio, here's some watermelon!
Yay! I want to eat. You two really love watermelons.
My parents, who are both businessmen and women, work abroad and would only come back a few times a year. So my sister Mio and I were always taken care of by our grandparents. Our grandpa owned a small construction company. He's a professor carpenter who always worked in the field, but he was so warm. No one would guess him to be a typical carpenter.
No. Oh, my legs.
I'll wash the dishes, so you sit down and relax.
Really? Thank you, dear.
He not only cared for our grandma's health, but he would also take Mio and I to the sea or to the mountains so that we wouldn't feel lonely. The swing and the seesaw in the garden are also what our grandpa made for us. Whenever our old neighbors gather, our grandpa would be smiling in the center. He would never stop smiling, even when my friends visit. He is kind to everyone in town, and some even call him the head of the Buddha. I can't really remember how he looks when he's not smiling. Even after our grandma passed away a few years ago, he remained to be warm and kind. Are you okay, Grandpa?
He must be feeling lonely with Grandma gone.
Don't worry. I promised Grandma that I'll stay with you both until you grow up to be independent adults.
I see.
I should hurry up and get married soon so that you'll be able to meet your grandchildren soon. Right, sis?
But I'm not really popular among boys.
Then I'll try my best.
You don't have to worry.
A few years after we had this conversation, Mio introduced us to her fiancé. Her fiancé was called Hatoru Onishi, and he used to be her senior at college. Our parents, who usually worked abroad, came back home to meet his parents and to participate in their wedding. We had a huge wedding ceremony together. Grandpa looked happier than anyone there, and I think I saw tears in his eyes. I had to hurry and get married so that he won't have to worry about me. But after a month passed since the wedding, when Grandpa and I visited Mio's house, she somehow looked pale.
This is the souvenir from our honeymoon. I'm sorry to make you come pick it up.
No, it's fine. I was interested to know what kind of life you were having here.
I'm sorry it's messy here. We don't mind. Thank you for inviting us today.
Mio, are you okay? Are you feeling sick?
Huh?
We just came back from our trip, so I bet she's feeling tired. I'm sorry I haven't been able to support her well.
No, Mio, if you're sick, I'll wash the dishes for you.
No, it's okay. I'll do it later.
Okay.
Hatoru, thank you.
Is she feeling tired from her trip? I wonder if Mio's feeling okay. Right, I should call her. I was getting worried, so I decided to give her a call regularly, but she sounded fine on the phone. I just entered my busy period at work, so I wasn't able to call her often, and she didn't call me either. I spent the days just like usual for a while. The incident happened half a year later.
Sis?
Mio, what's wrong? You lost so much weight. Let's have you get changed into some clean clothes. And if you haven't had dinner yet, do you want something to eat? I just finished cooking.
Thanks.
After Mio took a shower, she sat at the table and silently ate her food. I wanted to bombard her with questions, but I have to calm her down first. When I was thinking of what to do, Grandpa came home. He also went pale looking at her.
I just came back to pick up the DVDs I left here. I'm going back right away.
There's no way we can let you leave in this condition. Tell us what happened!
Right, tell us.
I'm okay. Sis, the food was delicious. Really delicious. Thank you.
That's not what we're talking about. Hey, what happened? Seeing tears flowing down Mio's cheeks, Grandpa seemed to figure something out.
Mio, what do you eat at home?
Huh? Don't tell me they don't allow you to eat.
I do eat, but...
Huh? She told me that when she got married, her mother-in-law served her soba, which she was allergic to, so she refused to eat. She already told her about her allergies, so I guess she served it on purpose to be mean. The mother-in-law got really angry at her attitude.
How rude of you to reject the food that's served to you! You'd better eat this at the doghouse.
And surprisingly, she started serving her dog food since then. After I finished my housework, she would tell me to go to the doghouse. It was cold, and I was hungry every day. I had enough. Apparently, Hatsuro also blamed her and didn't protect her at all. Why didn't you tell us? I couldn't. They surveilled my smartphone.
I get it now. I'll talk to them. You should get some rest today.
The next day, Mio's husband Hatsuro called us, but Grandpa replied,
Mio's not feeling well. I'll take her back home once she recovers.
When he said so, her husband accepted his reasoning for the time being. They put Mio in this state. I can't forgive them. One day, after a few days passed,
Guys, are you all ready? Yes!
we got ready and headed to Mio's house.
Hello there. I'm here to escort Mio back home. Yes. What?
Oh no, why are there so many of you?
Including the head clerk of Grandpa's company, who was his brother, all of the carpenters working for him visited the house, so those crazy heads seemed to be surprised.
I'm sorry to visit with so many people.
You don't need your apology. What's going on, Mio?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please, forgive her for her recklessness. Mio is really sick right now.
She told us that she got sick because she spent a lot of her time outside, but is that true?
Outside? Oh, what is she talking about?
Is she talking about mowing the lawn? How come she got a fever just by that?
No, she told us that you made her stay in the doghouse and that she had to stay outside in the cold.
Doghouse? Why would we make her do that?
Right. Although she might be a bad daughter-in-law, we wouldn't.
I see. But your neighbors told us they saw her outside. Weird, huh?
Huh?
Before we came here, we separated into small groups and interviewed the neighbors. Several people told us that Mio was locked outside under the cold sky.
What? What are you all thinking?
You even troubled our neighbors! That's very immoral of you! Immoral? I see. Locking Mio outside so often that your neighbors would see her several times. You won't call that immoral? We took her outside to discipline her because she made a mistake!
Discipline? So is the food also part of it?
Food?
She told us that she was served with food that wasn't for humans, right?
Yes, they served me dog food.
Could you explain what's going on? That's a lie Mio made up!
Yes, there's no way we'd feed her dog food.
I see. Then what am I seeing in this video?
Huh?
This...
I showed them the video Mio secretly recorded. There were several videos, and in every video they would treat Mio horribly.
Why do you have this? We keep an eye on her smartphone every day! Oops!
Oh, you've been watching her? What a nice husband you are. Mio secretly recorded these videos as proof, using her old smartphone so that you wouldn't find out. And we're also recording our conversation right now. We'll use this against you in the divorce trial.
Divorce?!
Don't be so silly. You're asking for a divorce because of such a small thing. Don't you feel sorry for embarrassing her husband's family?
Of course I'd feel sorry. If only the family was nice, but you're not.
You're a woman, yet so arrogant!
Your mother is also a woman, but I think she's pretty arrogant as well.
Ha! So true!
Oh.
How unpleasant! Leave Mio here and you all go home! How about you stop talking nonsense? I bet you all still haven't realized how horrible you've been to my lovely granddaughter!
He's so intense. After surviving natural disasters as an orphan, my grandpa had lived through the post-war era and built his own company by himself as a carpenter. If he gets really mad, he would even make a yakuza shiver from fear. But a crazy head would never stop being assertive.
I told you we're disciplining her. A wife becomes the perfect housewife after being educated at his husband's household.
That means you've also eaten dog food as part of education, right?
If you insist that discipline is necessary for becoming the perfect housewife, you should have also spent early days eating dog food, am I right?
Oh, what are you saying?
I thought you'd say that, so we brought some with us today.
We never had the tradition to feed dog food to discipline someone, so we didn't know which one was the best for disciplining. We prepared 5 types today. Hey, bring it in. Yes, sir!
Here, please eat it up as an example for Mio.
Are you crazy? There's no way I'm eating this.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh,
I thought it was your family tradition to feed someone dog food in order to discipline them.
Don't tell me it was all a lie. Does that mean you served Mio something you can't eat yourself? Stop with all this act! We agreed to have her as our daughter-in-law, but how dare you forget the favor? He's right! You should thank us, not behave like this! Thank someone who pressured Mio to go into that horrible state? Looks like we have different ideas of appreciation.
forget it. Let's have them leave, dear.
You're right. Please leave our house as soon as possible. Of course. We'll bring Mio back home. So I hope you understand. Oh yes, I was too busy speaking. I completely forgot to give you the souvenir we prepared. Huh? Guys, bring it inside. Yes, sir!
The carpenters all went outside, and in a few seconds they came back with a huge doghouse in their arms.
Huh? What are these?
What are you doing? I heard that people tend to sleep in doghouses in this household, so we prepared one for each of you. Please, relax inside. Huh? Wait!
The roof and the walls of the doghouse were separated when they brought it in, but the carpenters quickly assembled them, and within a few minutes, 3 nice doghouses had been built.
We'll get going then. Mio, let's go home.
Yes.
Let's go, guys.
Yes, sir.
Stop with the nonsense.
Wait a minute! Oh, yes. If you ever try to come near our house, our energetic and powerful youngsters will be waiting for you. So be careful.
The crazy heads who had been complaining all froze to the spot, afraid of Grandpa, who was mad as hell. After that, through our lawyer, we asked them for compensation money. The stingy family refused to pay, so we quickly filed an offense report using the evidence of their violence. As a result, the police visited them to check if it really happened, and when they visited, Haruto and his father...
We never assaulted her! Get out!
They pushed the police officers, and I heard they got arrested for interfering with their official duties. The mother-in-law got scared, and she brought us the money we asked for, saying,
Please forgive us.
so we agreed to settle the matter with them, but...
It's too late now.
Huh? At last, the rumor of them being crazy heads who assaulted their daughter-in-law and getting arrested for interfering with official duties spread instantly, and their reputation was ruined. No customers visited their shop, and the father-in-law, who used to be the town council member, lost in the election. They had lost their source of money as well as their reputation. By the way, I heard that they still have the doghouses we left in their living room. I know that they have to be dismantled to move it out of the door, but apparently the carpenters built them with a very firm design, using a light-gauge steel as the base. Turns out it was a challenging task to dismantle nor move it somewhere else. Now they're famous for being the family living in a doghouse in their neighborhood. They deserve it. Phew, I'm glad you're feeling better, Mio.
I had enough with marriage.
I'm kinda skeptical about the idea too. But what if your partner was a reliable man like Grandpa?
I'll accept him, I think Grandma made the right decision to marry Grandpa.
I'm happy to hear that. I bet Grandma's smiling in heaven seeing you recover, Mio.
Grandpa looked really happy to see Mio smile back. But I realized once again that it's the scariest when you make kind people angry. I hope I can meet a reliable person like Grandpa. But I think it's gonna take me a while until I get married.